Hi, welcome. My name's Jane. We can do Pilates for swimmers. So focusing on our shoulders, upper back and core. Let's start off with a little warm up though. So I want you to tap one foot forward as one arm lifts. So just like you're walking, but lifting your arm a little higher. So opposite arm, opposite leg. Keeping a nice tall spine and those shoulders drawn down. Good. This time, lifting your right leg up, open it out to the side, back to the center and down. Then your left leg up, out to the side, back to the center and down. So just changing legs each time. Just mobilizing our hip. Let's do one more with each leg. Good. Now this time, opposite arm, opposite leg, out at the sides. Stretch up tall. All right, take out both arms, palms face forwards. So tension in your body as you lean to one side, pick up your foot and balance. Come back to the center and let's change sides. Good. Place those feet down. So hands come in and down. We lift them up, open them out wide. 3 little pulses. Squeeze together again and back down. So I want you to breathe in, open the chest, squeeze those shoulder blades, close those arms and lower. So breath in. Breath out. Breath in, open. Breath out, close. Let's do one more. Lovely. Make your way down to the floor. We're going to start off on our back. So first of all, finding that neutral spine. Have a little rock of your hips and pelvis, flattening your back, arching your back, and then find halfway and stop. As if you're desperate for the loo, with squeezing in pelvic floor underneath, closing all passageways. So lifting your hands to the ceiling, relax those shoulders, chin tucked. Scissoring your arms, taking one arm back, one arm forward. As your arm reaches back, don't let that rib cage lift. So think, pull your ribs down towards your hips. And then we're going to add in our legs as well. So as your arm comes forwards, pushing your leg forwards. Either sliding your leg out close to the floor, level 1, or level 2, let's start with both legs lifted. And as you're scissoring your arms, pushing your leg forward in the air. But again, make sure your back's not arching.
Sunshine, 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 Life is a better place.
Good. And relax there. So let's come back to the center again, finding that neutral spine and engaging your core. Arms lift. Pick up both legs, knees bent, little gap between your knees and feet. So breathing in, opening arms wide, breathing out, lifting them back up. Breath in, breath out. So nice and slow, opening your arms, breathing into the sides of your ribs. Pull that belly button to spine. Let's do 2 more. Have a little hug there. Now this time, find that neutral spine, lifting both arms back up to the ceiling. We're going to circle your arms so they reach back overhead, out round the sides, and back up to the ceiling. So like a backstroke, swimming arms. Again, pull your ribs down towards your hips. Now we're going to add in our legs. Level 1, just your right leg. As your arms reach back, stretch that right leg forward. Bend it back to the center. So breathe out as you lengthen from fingertips to toes. Level 2, we're going to have both legs lifted, and we're doing alternate legs. So as your arms reach back, you stretch one leg forward. Circle and bend back to the center, and then change legs, level 2. Take your time. Level 1's change legs, left leg. Breathe out, lengthen from fingertips to toes. Make sure your back doesn't arch as you stretch out.
Life is a better place. Sunshine. 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 Life is a better place.
And then have a little hug there. So we're going to roll over onto your right hand side. So line up ankles, knees and hips. So you're in a long straight line. Hand on the floor. We're going to lift both legs up. And then you're scissoring your legs, one leg forward, one leg back. And they change. Slowly. Trying not to wobble. Come back to the center. So level 1, just your top leg lifting. Level 2, both legs lifting. Just to hip height though. But your challenge is either with your hand on the floor or hand on your side. Make it a smooth lift up and down, not a jerky lift. Now hold that balance. Hand on your side, stretch long. Relaxing there. Slight bend of that bottom leg. So top leg is circling this time. So we're stirring that thigh bone in that hip socket. Change direction, stir back the other way. All right, let's bend both knees. So keeping your feet together, opening your top knee, just a small lift, so hip height. And really focus on squeezing your glutes. So if you squeeze your heels together, that'll help. Now imagine you're tightening a belt from hip to hip. So engaging your tummy. And relax there. Let's roll over onto your tummy. So lying on your tummy, first of all, lengthen your arms out in front of you. Draw your shoulder blades back, and we're going to lift opposite arm, opposite leg, changing each time. Make sure you're not rocking from side to side though. So imagine that floor's icy cold, pulling your tummy in. And relaxing there. Bend your elbows. So we're going to lift upper body, hold, slide your hands forward, pull the elbows back and lower back down. So we lift up, arms reach forward, draw the elbows back and lower. Now as your arms reach forward, keep your shoulders drawn down. So don't let them hunch up by your ears. And still pulling your tummy muscles in away from the floor. Let's do 2 more. And then you can relax your head and arms, legs together. So we're going to lift both legs up off the floor, out to the side, back to the center, and down again. So both legs lifting up, out, in, and down. So still tightening that belt from hip to hip, pulling your tummy in. Squeeze your glutes. Let's do 3 more. And relaxing there. Take your arms this time down by the sides of your legs. So we're lifting that upper body again. Squeeze those shoulders back and relax back down. So this time lift up, 3 little pulses, and then back down. Lift up, 3 little pulses. So squeeze those shoulders back. Check you're still pulling your tummy in. And relax there. So let's come back up onto your hands and knees. Little box position. Shoulders pulled back. We're going to stretch out. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Draw back in. Change sides. Keep it slow though, as if you've got a big bowl of water balanced on your back. So keep your hips and shoulders level. Don't overreach. Shoulders stay pulled back from your ears. Nice and slowly. Good. Now this time, hands a little bit narrower. Come into a plank position, feet wide. Lift one arm forward and then the other arm. And have a little stretch back. So let's come back up to sitting. Now you can sit with legs bent or legs straight, whichever's comfortable for you. So we're going to lift those arms up in front of you again. Open them wide. 3 little pulses. Back in and down. So keeping a tall, upright posture. 3 little pulses. Head lifted. So chin away from your chest. Imagine each vertebra in your spine stacked one on top of the other. Now this time we're going to keep those arms out wide and we're going to twist round to the side. One way, back to the center, and then the other way. So really slow, twisting through your spine. Keep tall. Now come back to the center, tuck your elbows in, draw your shoulders down. So we're just going to cross arms, open arms. So imagine you've got a bit of elastic there and you're pulling it tight. Again, each vertebra in your spine stacked one on top of the other. So sitting tall, head lifted. Now we're working on our rotator cuff here, so in those shoulders, which is where swimmers get a lot of injuries. So think about squeezing your shoulder blades back. So you're just rotating this arm in that shoulder socket. and relaxing there. So there we have it, some Pilates exercises for swimmers. Hope you enjoyed that session, and if you want to know more, send me a message.